So what if I told you that one of the most familiar parts of your day, that morning coffee run, is about to get a massive upgrade from AI? Today we're going to look at a new technology that's trying to do exactly that.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You're in a rush, you desperately need that caffeine kick, and the line is just snaking out the door. It's frustrating for us, sure, but for the coffee shops themselves, this is a way bigger problem.
You see, this chaos, especially during that morning peak, it isn't just some minor inconvenience. It has real painful consequences for coffee shops everywhere.
And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. That long line isn't just about waiting. It's a direct threat to a cafe's business, to their sales, and maybe even more importantly, to their connection with their customers. It all starts with the most obvious symptom, right? The queue itself. It's this big visual sign screaming that the cafe can't keep up, creating this immediate bottleneck right at the front door. All that pressure then lands squarely on the shoulders of the staff. I mean, think about it. They're trying to juggle a dozen orders, steam milk perfectly, handle payments, all while trying to be fast, accurate, and friendly. It is the perfect recipe for stress and burnout. And the ultimate consequence of all this? Lost sales. Plain and simple. Every single person who peeks in, sees that line, and just walks away, that's money the cafe will never ever see. It's a direct hit to the bottom line, one customer at a time. Okay, so to make this feel real, let's invent a character. Let's call her Multitasking Mel. She owns her own popular little cafe. She's the one behind the counter, trying to pour the perfect latte art while simultaneously taking the next person's super complicated order. And you know, when a staff member calls in sick, her entire day just gets thrown into complete chaos. The thing she hates most is being so rushed she can't even say a proper hello to her regulars. Mel's daily struggle is the problem we're talking about. But what if there was a way to actually help Mel? This is where a really interesting solution comes into the picture. It's an AI assistant designed specifically for this exact chaotic environment. And just look at how this is framed. It's not about replacing Mel, not at all. It's about giving her a super reliable helper, an extra set of hands that is always ready to go for the morning rush and, you guessed it, never, ever calls in sick. And that helper has a name, CAVA. It stands for Cafe AI Voice Assistant. So what is it? Well, it's a pretty clever AI that just runs on a simple tablet. You literally just talk to it. It understands how people actually speak, it can handle a bit of small talk, and it takes your payment. It's built from the ground up to be a smooth, voice-first way to order. And the process itself couldn't be simpler. You walk up to the tablet, it greets you, you tell it what you want just by speaking, then CAVA shows you your order on the screen so you can make sure it got your extra hot, half-strength oat milk latte exactly right. Then you just pay and you're done. Easy.
And here's a touch that I think is brilliant. To make sure it doesn't feel like some cold, sterile robot, they've given it a friendly, kind of cheeky Australian persona. So the first thing you might hear is a cheerful, "G'day, what are you after?" And it seems like a small thing, but fitting into that unique cafe culture is absolutely crucial. So, we've seen the problem for one cafe owner, for our friend Mel. Now let's zoom out. Let's look at the sheer scale of the opportunity that a tool like CAVA is trying to tackle.
In Australia alone, the cafe and restaurant sector contributes over $45 billion to the economy every single year. To put that in perspective, that's bigger than the country's entire farming industry. So yeah, we are not talking about a niche market here. This is a massive piece of the economic pie. And what's really fascinating is who makes up that market. It's not the big global chains. A staggering 92% of cafes in Australia are independent. They're run by the Mels of the world, the small business owners who feel the burn of every long line and every sick day most intensely. And this, right here, is the critical point. For these independent owners, after you pay for rent, coffee beans, milk, and staff wages, the profit margins are, well, they're razor thin. We're talking an average of just 3 to 4%. When you're only keeping 3 cents of every dollar, every single sale you lose to a long queue isn't just a minor bummer, it's a direct threat to your livelihood. Of course, bringing a new piece of tech, especially AI, into a very human, very personal business like a local cafe, well, you're going to face some serious skepticism. So let's look at the hurdles and how CAVA plans to clear them.
And you can't blame cafe owners for having questions, right? Like, what's this going to cost me up front? Will it actually work with the constant noise of coffee grinders and music and people talking? What happens if a customer gets frustrated because the AI misunderstood them? And here's the big one. Does this kill the personal human touch that makes my cafe special? Oh, and will it even talk to my existing payment system?
And this is where the strategy gets really, really smart, because CAVA is built to answer every single one of those worries. Instead of a huge upfront cost, it's an affordable monthly subscription, and they even offer free pilots to prove it works. The AI is specifically trained for noisy places, and crucially, it's an option, not a replacement for humans. If the AI ever gets stuck, it just smoothly hands the customer over to a staff member. See, it's not about forcing tech on people. It's about providing a genuinely useful tool.